Hey, hello guys, Brian back here with another Kaspa update. I took yesterday off here, let some things work out in these charts, and I got a question for you. Did you buy the dip out there? A lot of looks like we've had some volume come in here. We market cap of 891 million, 33 excuse me, 33 million in volume over 24 hours, up 19.72%. So, you can see up here at 27 million in volume. As this thing came down here, 30 million, 31. That's where the prices seem, that's where the volume seemed to pick up, was in lower ranges. So, good to see. Definitely. Up here we were in the 20s. Yeah, then you seen the buyers come in as this thing approached this bottom down here. So the crypto bubbles out there, we are up, excuse me, one notch to 45th. Market cap of 893.05, 33.37 million in volume over 24 hours. Now if we move over here to our other charts here, we have, first off, Bitcoin dominance. Not doing a whole lot, pretty flat. If we look at the daily here, this thing is rolling over a 77 and an 85. So looking for some lower prices out of Bitcoin dominance here, or lower dominance, I should say, out of Bitcoin dominance, if you want to put it like that. But Bitcoin here, we're at 29,300 bucks. It popped up to roughly 30,200 here. This high right up here, this on the daily chart. You can see that daily RSI rolling over here. All right, so we need that thing, need something to happen with Bitcoin here. Boy, this thing has just been flat. I said we needed to hold that 29.4, and it held it for quite a few days there. And it just, it ended up losing that. So we're going to move this support down here. Well, this is the daily chart. It looks like a good spot. 29,155, but we need to stay on this support line here. I'm gonna beef that up here to a 2. We need to ride this support down and bounce right here. Okay, so this thing, we need something out of Bitcoin. All right, be nice to see it just do one of these. We'll have to see what plays out, but need volume coming in too. And we talked about that the other day, just no volume coming in on Bitcoin. We need some buyers in here. We need some excitement out of this thing. Let me get a measurement here with this fib real quick. All right, we hit a 618, but that is it as far as this chart goes. All right, right up to the 618, but looking for higher prices out of Bitcoin. All right, the weekly is still bullish. Or I'm sorry, the weekly is bearish, 49 and a 57. It's the monthly that's still bullish. So still waiting on Bitcoin. That's what we're waiting on, obviously, here. Okay, the Dixie, 102.8. Let's go into daily here. Take a look at that thing. Did get a little pop out of here. I should have set my alarm off there. Let me get that off there. All right, but we are getting a little push out of the DXY here. The daily is still bullish at a 91 and an 86. The monthly is just about reset here. The weekly is still bullish at a 66 and a 48. All right, so as this thing comes up here, all right, we're looking for a lower high, not a higher high. So we obviously have this high, a lower high, and we're looking for a lower high to come in this, not a higher high. But it's going to give it a shot here. Obviously, it's looking, the Dixie's kind of looking a little strong here, especially with that weekly heading up. The monthly almost reset, and the daily's still also bullish. The 12-hour just starting up. Yeah, this thing's going to give a little bit of a run here, it looks like. The 12-hour just heading up. The 8-hour still heading up, and the 4 right near the top. Let me see how much room these have down here. Oh yeah, the 8, the 12, still pretty far down here. Yeah, still that's you have a higher, let's call this price action, okay? You have a higher price here than over here, but over here on the RSI, you have a lower price action. So this would be Actually, bullish divergence going on in here, but hold on 1 second here. It's on the 12 hour. Let me look at the daily. This is lower. This is higher on the RSI. Yeah, this is bullish divergence on here. Got lower price action. Okay, and on here it's higher on the RSI and lower on the charts. Yeah, bullish divergence here on the Dixie. So keep an eye on this thing. We'll see what happens, but I have a feeling it's going to end up coming up here and testing this high up here. I was hoping we would get rejected down here, but it looks like it might be breaking through. All right, that's the Dixie gold. It's doing its thing here, working its way down to 1913 now. Down not a whole lot from the other day, maybe $5 or $6. Now Kaspa, this is the one we want to get to here, right? On the daily, you can see the RSI on this thing. Look at it starting to curve back up. All right, down on the bottom on the RSI down here, we have an uptick on the daily, the 12 hour, just starting up. Hold on, let me widen this out here, okay? We got the 12 hour RSI just heading up. We got the 8 hour just turning up, and we have the 4 hour heading straight up. All right, you can see what happened here. I'm going to open this chart up a little bit so we can zoom in on this thing. We had a target down here of 0.039. All right, we ended up coming down to, you can see how close this was. Look at this. It ended up coming down to roughly 4 cents on the dot. Okay, I was expecting it to come down and touch this top, but we just barely fell short. And if you go back to the other day's video, I talked about us losing this support area right here, okay, and then bouncing and regaining it, and that's exactly what's happened here. This thing, we lost this blue line, that support line, but we ended up busting right back up through here and regaining it. Now if we measure this out, this ABC, watch this. All right, that would be our A, B, okay, on top of our B wave. Will be right on the top of this blue line right here. Now watch how this works out. Pull this down. There's the end. All right, we got a completed ABC structure. We got that A, B, C. There it is. Okay, now what normally happens after that? Well, you can see these green candles heading up here, obviously. And then if we pull up our Elliott wave theory, we had our 5 waves up. We have a completed A, B, C, and there's the arrow after that. You're supposed to complete your way up, or continue your way up. I'm sorry. So that should be a completed structure. We have all of our RSIs. Look how low the 4 hour is down here. We've corrected what she ate. The 8 hours way down here. We're just starting up. The 12. It's down at a 52 down here. Nice correction. The 12 hours heading up. We have the weekly still at a 84 and a 90. I'm going to show you that in a second. We have the daily corrected down to 59 down here, which is good to give us a decent push here. Okay, we want to see a higher high come out. If we end up breaking and setting a new high, obviously we want to see a higher high on the RSI this time through, so we want to get rid of that bearish divergence here, but not get rid of it, but we want to set a higher high on the RSI. The weekly here, I talked about this the other day on the video. I said these weeklies can come down like this and then turn right back up and continue going, and they can. If you go look at other charts, if you look at the weekly RSIs, this doesn't have a long enough history, but things can turn up and stay up for quite a while. So in my opinion, this thing is, look at that nice bounce on the daily here. Nice green candle going. This green line is our previous all-time high over here. We're back above it. So things are looking good in Kaspa land. You know, did you buy the dip down here? I hope you did. I hope you watched the video from the other day and we're setting a target down here somewhere, and you got in and got a decent buy on this thing. But it also looked like a head and shoulders here. You know, a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder over here, kind of. I mean, but even if that was, it's played out. You know, the projected target for that would have even been down here. So I believe the correction's over, and I believe that we're going to head up here and retest this all-time high, or possibly bust through and set a new high. I believe we are heading for a new all-time high. So buckle in, everybody. And in my opinion, this correction's done. The red line, we're going to get rid of that now, since we have completed this and that ABC is done. So let's get rid of that. That is over with. And let's continue on and upward. All right, everybody, please hit the like and subscribe. Please consider becoming a member of the channel. I would appreciate that so very much. It's only 99 cents a month and helps me out tremendously. All right, so everybody have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Thanks again for watching, everybody.